Well, we are here to talk about Jihaad Campbell. We're here to talk about Andrew Makuba, a potential contract holdout. And we're here to talk about the Eagles' schedule that we haven't really talked about in a while. And I kind of want to talk about that because I think it's really important. So let's get straight into the video.
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope it was having a fantastic day today. So we're going to discuss some Eagles news today, some interesting things. Now, the first thing I kind of want to go over is Jihaad Campbell. Obviously, Jihaad Campbell, a first-round pick for the Philadelphia Eagles, longtime Eagles fan, has said in the past, I've been on the fan side of things. I want to be a part of the success with the Philadelphia Eagles. His future is a big one for us, especially since Howie Roseman has never really put in that much compensation for the linebacker position in the past, okay? You finally extended a linebacker in Zach Bond. You finally drafted one in the first round where Jihaad Campbell was pretty much the pick all along for the Philadelphia Eagles, where Howie Roseman tried to trade up probably 5 to 6 times in this draft and just said, you know what, if he's there, we'll take him. And he was there when the Eagles picked in this draft. Now, he's still going through the rehab for the shoulder, obviously, that he had the minor surgery that he had post-combine. Fangio has said he probably won't be back till mid-August, so he's going to miss time. Now, I don't think it's going to affect him. It always affects players regardless, but as a first-round pick and just the talent that he has, I don't think it's going to take him too much time to come back, not only get on the field, but kind of feel like himself. And not only does he mentally have to prepare himself from watching on the sidelines when he's not playing, but physically he's got to be there as well. And I think it's going to take him a few weeks in the regular season to kind of get there. Really, his job for this year is to play outside linebacker. And because of that versatility that he does have, they could put him as an edge rusher if they need edge rush help. So he could do both, which is great. Now, Zach Bond will take over that middle linebacker as the green dot since Nakobe Dean won't be back for a while. And Jihaad Campbell will be put and worked at that middle linebacker spot during training camp when he comes back, and he will be playing outside linebacker as well. Most likely he will be an outside linebacker, and they could put him at the edge rushing position as well in certain situations in games. Once Zach Bond's contract is up after a couple years, Jihaad Campbell will take over that middle linebacker spot. He is the future of this defense, and that's where we're going to have him. Somebody's going to have to step up if Jihaad Campbell's not ready, by the end of, to the regular season. Even though Jihaad Campbell might be back mid-August, I mean, there might be somebody else that could be more ready than Jihaad Campbell because Jihaad Campbell might not be caught up at that time. Just remember when Cooper DeJean ended up having a little bit of an injury in training camp and he only made that final preseason game, it took him about 3-4 weeks to be the full-time starter. Who knows? I could be wrong. Maybe he'll be back a lot sooner than expected and really could surprise us. But obviously, we'll take Vic Fangio's word for it. Jihaad Campbell's been doing some training programs this offseason. He's looked really good. He's looked really fast, and I'm excited to see him in full pads and see him at full throttle at that linebacker position. So I'm very excited for it. Now, the second-round pick out of Texas, Andrew Makuba, it looks like he's the only one that hasn't signed his deal yet. There's been rumors going around that maybe there is a potential holdout right now, that he's not getting the guaranteed money he wants on his contract. I think this will get done. I mean, I'm not saying this in a negative way whatsoever. This contract has got to get signed in the next couple weeks, sooner or later. I can't even really remember the last time there was like a player that really held out, but that ended up coming back later on during the year or something like that. The Eagles are usually pretty good with stuff and not having those, big holdouts throughout the season or before the season or like to last second. Kind of just wanted to put that out there because this was kind of floating around a little bit and potentially, I think the contract will get signed. We just, have to be a little bit more patient. So hopefully nothing bad is really going on. Now, we're here to talk about the Eagles' schedule because I feel like we haven't talked about this in a while, and I think the league did this on purpose for a reason because they want the Eagles to have some losses in the beginning of the season, so the Eagles have to start playing catch-up since now Washington is starting to become not on our heels, but they're becoming a better team. I really wasn't interested in what they did in the offseason with all that money they had, over $90 million, but that's a whole different subject on another video. Besides Dallas week 1, where we'll be, the banner drop, holding the trophy up for one last time, and really just looking forward to the 2025 season, weeks 2 to week 5, you're facing 4 playoff teams. That's a tough few weeks, especially since the Eagles last year, coming off the first week of the season, they really didn't play well. The offense was kind of stagnant a little bit. They were not as explosive as they were after the bye week, because after that bye week, it was over for the league. You have an offensive coordinator in Kevin Patullo that's been here the last 4 or 5 years, new offensive coordinator, so there's really no excuse for this offense not to be subpar right as we come out of the gate week 1. This is why you have preseason games. This is why you have joint practice with the Browns, at the NovaCare complex. This is why you have all this time into the regular season, so you don't look subpar. And I think, the Eagles will be ready to go. But that first sledding in the beginning it's going to be tough. We're going to see what they're going to look like by that moment. But that's about it, guys. Let me know what you guys think about Jihaad Campbell, how the Eagles are going to use him this year. What do you think about Andrew Makuba and not signing his contract? And what do you think is the hardest part of our schedule, in your opinion? And other than that, that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Eagles news every single day. And make sure you hit the like button, because it helps out tremendously. You guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Shakes about False Life. Peace out, guys. Peace.